I'm gonna grab myself another one. Yes, I am. Right out of this triple burner. I'm just gonna add me one right on top because we are going to be talking about, look at this, look, my friends. Goodness gracious almighty. I'll just add a little bit more sauce to that. Thank you very much. I hope I'm making you hungry because these are no ordinary meatballs. These are the meatballs that many of you grew up with. And what do I mean by that? This is the sauce that many of you remember when you were a kid. Your grandmother or your dad or someone in your family took the time to make this sauce. And it was an all-day process, and we're talking over 8 hours to be able to make these type of meatballs. We're talking about the high quality of pork and veal and beef, mouth-watering, and this is from, of course, our brand new launch of our brand of Scudo and Son. We, earlier in the hour, featured for you for the first time their 8 count of the 6 ounce of their sirloin steaks, and we promised you that we would share with you the meatballs. Now, you're getting 5 pounds of meatballs, so I hope, like traditional Italian style families, or any family for that matter that loves Italian foods, that you've got a big appetite, because not only are the size of the meatballs oversized and generous and rich, but you're getting 5 pounds of meatballs. They will come in 5 individual bags, so I just want you to know, and you can see that you'll get a wonderful amount in each. You'll get a total of 25. So you get 5 bags, 5 will be in each bag for a total of 25 for 5 pounds. I want to welcome back into our show the wonderful son of Scudo and Son, and his name is TJ. You met TJ earlier in the show, and TJ, I'm going to welcome you back to HSN, and I know this is your debut show. We love the steaks that we presented earlier, so I do want to remind everyone, if you would like to buy the steaks, they are available, but I know near and dear to your heart, because you told me yesterday that you had the fondest memories of your dad with all this crazy red sauce all over his shirt and all over the stove. Will you share that story with everyone at home, TJ?
I will, Marlo, and that really starts with all of these premium ingredients that you see right here. And like you said, my dad would go through about 2 or 3 outfits before he was done cooking the meatballs in my family. And it really starts right here. And what I want to show you, Marlo, is this premium beef, veal, and pork. And this is a mixture that we are taking with all of our other authentic ingredients. And you said it best when you said authentic. That's what we want you to understand, is that these are all authentic Italian ingredients. The garlic, the onion, the pecorino romano cheese that we've imported from Italy, the parsley, the salt and pepper, and the breadcrumbs. And we're hand rolling all of these meatballs.
I'm looking at, I'm eating, and I'm showing everybody the inside here. They are so delicious. I will tell you, they have the most wonderful flavor. If you look closely inside the inside, TJ, you can actually see all of those ingredients. But I love the story that you're telling, because so many people can relate to that. They remember their mom or their grandmother or their dad creating these wonderful, wonderful meatballs, and you can see they're fork tender. They're oversized. You want to speak to that for a moment, TJ? Because, I mean, 1 or 2 of these is plenty to go over maybe pasta, or to make an amazing meatball sandwich, or to serve as an extraordinary appetizer.
It is, Marlo, and like you said, these are a 2-ounce meatball, right? So this is twice the size of your average grocery store meatball that you can see here. And what I want to show you is, you can see all those ingredients in that product. Take a look at when you cut into one of these. I'm not going to use my metal fork right here. I'm going to use a plastic fork because of this tenderness. You can actually see all of those authentic ingredients.
Ooh, look at that.
Marlo, what I also want you to understand too is this. We've already pre-cooked and pre-sauced these, and we have made it so convenient for you, and you're still getting that authentic Italian meal like I grew up on with my father. You're getting that 8 to 10 hour meal in a matter of 15 minutes once you have these things thawed from your freezer.
So let's talk about that for a moment, because these are completely pre-cooked. So remember, we're sending to your home 5 pounds of authentic, genuine meatballs, where it takes up to 8 hours to prepare. So for those of you that grew up in a rich heritage of Italian mothers and grandmothers and fathers and grandfathers, and you want to be able to have that true experience, this is for you. Or for me, I didn't grow up in an Italian family, but I love Italian foods. And I think a lot of us do. And you want to really, really have, I mean, like that small Italian restaurant that only a few people know about, but they have the best food. Like it tastes like the grandma made the food. That's exactly what this tastes like. If you'd like to have yours, only 400 remain. This has been very popular. When you think about preparing foods, and TJ made this point, these are all pre-cooked. So, in your busy lives, as we rapidly approach winter season, I love that you can literally get these at home. You can put that bag that you're gonna get these in. Remember, we're gonna give you 5 bags of these. Remember, you're gonna get 25 meatballs, 5 pounds. They're oversized, but they're pre-cooked. So talk about getting dinner on the table quickly, but having something that's hearty, TJ, that's healthy, that's satisfying, that's memorable, TJ. You know, you talk about your dad and the memories that you have, but you also now have children.
I do, Marlo, and I remember growing up, actually this smell is bringing back all the memories of being in the kitchen with my dad and also with my 2 little girls at home, Rosie and Scarlett. They've actually become my meatball rollers at home, take away the hard work from me. But what also is great about this meatball is not only is it pre-cooked, like you said, it's pre-sauced. And I want you to take a look at this sauce that we prepared. This is a sauce that we've slow cooked for 8 hours, at least 8 hours. It's whole tomatoes that we've imported from Italy, the basil, the garlic, the onion, and stuff that it would take my dad all weekend to prepare this sauce. And my dad was a tailor growing up, so whenever he was cooking, he was always in a dress shirt and dress pants. It was the craziest thing. My mom always used to laugh, but he would never walk away from that kitchen clean. And keeping the kitchen clean was such an important thing to my mom. And that's why once you have these frozen and they're thawed, look at this package that you're getting. Right? I want you to look at this package. These are going to hold all of those meatballs and all of those sauce right in there for you. The pre-cooked, the pre-sauced meatballs, the five large 2-ounce meatballs, twice the size of that normal meatball that you're used to.
And they're delicious, TJ.
I'm glad you think they are, Marlo. I can't wait to try some myself.
The crew is, they're in my ear. They're like, okay, Marlo, you're throwing down today. But I only throw down on those foods that I really love. And these are wonderful. So nice and tender. Remember, only made with the finest ingredients. So you're talking veal, you're talking pork, you're talking ground beef. The breadcrumbs that you've talked about, those fine Italian seasonings. Oversized, they're over 2 inches. So I've only had one. I could probably eat maybe another half of one, and I'm pretty satisfied. And I haven't had any pasta or salad or anything, you know, so it just depends on your appetite. So these are tremendous value to be able to have dinner 5 times. Think about how expensive everything is, right? And how busy our lives are. And to have these that are already ready, all the hard work is done for you. Not going to the supermarket shopping for the ingredients and bringing them home and standing over the stove, although we know that when you're cooking, it's a labor of love, but most of us simply don't have the luxury of the 8 hours to really make the red sauce the way that it's made the old-fashioned way and to be able to make the meatballs. We can deliver that to you through Scudo & Son. If you'd like to order, free shipping and handling, less than $16 on a credit card. That is very affordable. And we think about that, TJ, your dad, right? You have children. There's no way you're taking your family out to a restaurant for dinner and you're spending $16 on an Italian meatballs and spaghetti dinner. It's just not happening. And so value-wise, and the fact that this is instant, right? You don't have to go out in the cold, you don't have to go out in the ice, you don't have to get dressed, you don't have to wait to be seated.
Marlo,
this is
you're
all
absolutely
done for
right.
you.
And that's also, like you said, the simplicity of this item. This package, once you pull this out of the freezer, you're gonna let it fall. I usually let mine fall under refrigeration, and I'll leave it out overnight in the refrigerator, and then the day I want to cook it, all I have to do, this is my favorite way to cook it, I just prepare a pot of water and I bring it to a simmer. And once it's at the simmer, I simply drop this package. In the package, I drop this in the boiling water, and within 15 minutes, I can just simply have this meal ready to go. My wife loves it particularly because I can keep the kitchen clean, unlike the way my father couldn't keep it clean. So it makes my wife happy, but also the first time I was able to show these to my mom at home, she said, man, I wish that your dad was around to see this, because we would have kept our kitchen so much cleaner over the years, and he wouldn't have gone through nearly as many shirts at home.
Yeah, what a nice gift to give to a family. You know, it is gift giving season, and I love the idea of being able to ship this to a family as a gift, to be able to treat them. I mean, obviously you're getting quite a bit, because remember, you're getting 5 pounds. You're gonna get 5 1-pound bags with this value. We're saying come on in, definitely get to know Scudo and Son. They are going to be a hallmark here in Good Eating with Marlo and Food at HSN. And so what a wonderful way for you to be able to get to know this brand. We know most of us love meatballs. Maybe it's on a sandwich or as an appetizer, on your pasta, or you chop it up and layer it in your lasagna. But we know that you will enjoy it. TJ, happy holidays. Welcome to the HSN family. We look forward to seeing more from Scudo and Sons.
Thank you so much, Marlo, for letting me share the legacy of my father with all of you.
All right, well, thank you very much. Just so that you guys know, TJ is the son in the Scudo and Son. You probably already knew that, but I just wanted to remind you of it. Congratulations if you shop with us for the meatballs. They're really, really good. Now that we are approaching